Good morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I thought I'd just give you a quick look round because things are beautiful at the moment, all in flower. I've had a few changes recently. We've had my daughter move in with a dog and her partner, so it's been quite a challenge with the garden, but I'm enjoying it. So I just thought I'd show you around. Over here we have some beautiful flowers in the hanging basket. I've had to really keep on top of the watering at the moment because, as you know, it's so hot. This is my best mum rose and she's looking absolutely stunning this year. In fact, all the roses seem to be doing really well. This one here is Queen Elizabeth. Quite a beautiful rose as well. I do like this bright colour of that. My husband bought me a plant from a botanical garden and it's actually a rare impassion. I can't remember the name of it, but that's the flower. How pretty is that? Yeah. Here I've got my tomatoes. They're doing really well as well, which is great. The rhubarb's still growing mad, so that's really good. And my little welcome basket just with some little violas, but I think they're a really pretty colour. I do like the purple. I've got a little bonsai tree that I rescued from work. Had no leaves whatsoever when I bought it, so it's doing ever so well and it seems to be loving it outside at the moment, but I will probably have to bring it in for the winter. Round in my pots, this is my Pieris. It's just now getting some nice new leaves. But like I say, you've got to really keep on top of the watering with the pots. As you can see, this one's suffering a bit in the heat, but it'll come out in a lovely pink. It's my hydrangea. It comes out in a lovely pink flower. Got a little lupin just coming up here. I've moved my apple tree back over to here because it's easier to keep on top of the watering, but I've actually this year had some blossom and I do have an apple developing here, which I'm really pleased about. I do apologise, I'm not very good with videoing really, but I'm giving it my best shot. Up here is my archway, so this was growing on the arch, but I had to support it and put it on the garage because it was too heavy. But the smell of these roses is fabulous. I wish you could smell it through the camera because it's really lovely. And over here on this side I've got the honeysuckle. She's growing really well. It's actually really seems to be enjoying itself here. There's another little rose in this pot. This is my German Jerusalem rose. I'm hoping it'll do a bit better here. It looked a little bit sorry for itself before. But yeah. And over here, this was a tiny Christmas tree that I got from work. The pond is looking quite pretty. I've had to clear a lot of the plants out of it because it was getting very green. And this is this border. This was an Aquilegia. It was beautiful. It was a purple one. And all the things I've planted seem to be doing well. The jasmine's coming up nicely on the arch here. And that smells lovely in the evening, actually. I think it has a better fragrance in the evening than in the daytime. And this is the Sambuca that's gone absolutely crazy. I cut it back last year and it didn't flower, but this year I've had some lovely flowers on it. And I'm absolutely delighted to find my little banana is coming back. So I'm really pleased with that because I thought I'd lost it in the cold. And here's the tree fern, doing really well. Underneath it, remember the name of this, but it's called Cloth of Gold. It comes out in a lovely yellow flower. And that was my French lavender there. Some brugmansia here. And this is my salvia hot lips. Looking absolutely beautiful. It's got a lovely smell as well, which is rather lovely. My palm's taking off this year, so I'm really pleased about that. I'm not sure whether I should cut the lower ones off, whether that encourages the top ones to grow more. Maybe someone could advise me on that. If you're... This is a gunnera that I planted, which I'm really pleased with that. He's come on lovely. I wasn't sure if it was going to be happy in there, but seems happy enough to me. My grasses are growing up lovely. Just getting the heads on, which is absolutely lovely. This is a silver feather grass, this one. I literally bought it as a pot of dirt. I mean, it was literally, there was nothing when I bought it, but I love it now. Along here, my poor little Rose is sulking, but I think she'll be okay because she's got some lovely new leaves on her. Hooker is coming on really well. I'm going to have to weed this a bit because I've got a feeling what I thought was a random hydrangea might be a weed, so that's going to have to come out. This is doing nicely here. My Fatsia spiderweb. Here's the pod. Coming along well. Bubbling a bit better. As I say, I've cleared it out, so there's my little hairy guy there. There's another little rose bush. I do like my roses. I know this is meant to be a tropical, but it's tropical come English garden really. But you can put whatever you want in your garden. You just have to plant the things that you like and not worry too much about sticking to the theme too much, I think. I've got a bamboo, a Fargesia in the back here that I'm hoping will grow up and give a bit of shade from the back. My little purple geranium's doing well in here. I do like that. And over the back here, I don't know whether you can actually see it, but there's a Fatsia, really big one, just coming up here. Quite like that. And this is a rhododendron that my husband bought me, and eventually those flowers will be huge and they'll be white. Well, they're like a lime and white, which I absolutely love. That's been really nice. Around the back I've got, obviously there's a little bird bath for the birdies. Anemones, they come up in a pink flower. And there's another jasmine in there, and this one's called Clotted Cream. I've had it for years, but it seems to like growing like a little bush, so I just leave it to do its thing. It's quite happy there. This was my bowl of beauty peony, but it's finished flowering now, but it looked lovely this year. Over here, the cannas are just starting to come up. I do love the sun through the leaves when they come through, it's so lovely. I've got a hot poker, and this was a climbing rose that I put on the back of this old tree, and it seems to be doing really well here. This is my magnolia grandiflora. So far I've had one flower on it, dinner plate size. They're white and they smell like lemons to me. Maybe someone else would have one, and you can let me know what you think of yours, what the smell is. And this one is another canna. It's a black canna, but it's got some beautiful colours through it. It comes up in a very bright red flower. These are some plants that I bought back along. This was a little bargain from Tesco for £4. Couldn't say no to that one. There's another Fargesia bamboo, which I'm hoping will grow up on this wall and give us some privacy. This is a euphorbia. I actually can't remember which one it is, so if someone could tell me the name of it. I picked up in a little garden centre, and it seems to really love it there. And this one is Moe's Toes. It's my Pseudopanax. I quite like that. It's called Moe's Toes because the leaves look like an extinct bird's foot or something, so they say. I think it's quite cool. And this is my little woodlandy corner, doing really well. That fern is amazing this year. Beautiful fern there. The cordyaline's absolutely huge now. They've had some stunning flowers on them this year. Some people don't like the smell of it, but I find it's quite a nice smell. A bit overpowering with loads of them, but quite nice. Oh, there's another little red hot poker in the back. And in the front here I've got my white and cream rose. And I bought it from work. I can't remember the name of that one either. I'm not very good with remembering the names, but it is beautiful. As you can see, the snails have been loving my hosta again. Unfortunately, having a bit of a field day with that, aren't they? And there is a bottle brush in here. It's a pink one, so I'm not sure how tall that one's going to grow. I'm hoping it will get taller. These are my blue thistles that come out. They look quite nice when they're in flower. This is another Fatsia japonica. And there. These are going to be orange daylilies once they flower. They seem to be a bit slow this year, but there is a bud on one just at the back there, so there is hope. I think everything seems a little bit behind. I don't know whether it's because the summer came late or what happened, but that's the way things go, isn't it? This one is a Gertrude Jekyll, and she smells absolutely beautiful. A friend of mine gave me this pink plant. It's ever so pretty. I do like that. Looks really lovely. And then I've got my other Fatsia spider's web one. It's coming on all right now. I was a bit worried about it when I first put it in because it didn't seem to be doing very well, but it's coming on nice now. This is my hibiscus. When that comes out, that'll be purple and blue. And down here I've got some phlox, some anemones, and these are, I believe, my agapanthus, which are just coming into bud, so that'll be lovely when that comes out. This is my yucca, and this is a new addition. This is an Indian bean tree that I got online for 16 quid as a bare root plant. And I soaked it and I put it in the pot and I thought, is it going to do anything? But look at it now. Love it. I'm excited to see how that grows. I'm not sure whether you can keep it in a pot. I'm hoping I can. In this one was the euphorbia. And these are my lilies that haven't quite opened yet. But they will. They'll get there. Around here, my daughter bought me for Mother's Day a butterfly mix, a little box of seeds that I put in this pot. And they're all coming up lovely. I can't wait to see how they flower. This is hydrangea that my friend gave me. I've had to put it in the shade because it did start sulking, but it's perking up. I know it doesn't look very good at the minute, but I think it will perk up. That's a fuchsia. That'll come out lovely. I need to do some deadheading in there. I need to deadhead the roses as well, but I'll get there. It's just getting the time with everyone and everything going on. And this is the climbing rose that's on my wall. I love this rose. It's coming out so well. Anyway, I've got two types. As you can see, one is darker than the other one. This is probably the best place to show you. So one at the top is a lighter pink, and the one at the bottom is dark pink. But the lighter pink one was a rescue from work, and it literally was about a foot high when I bought it, and it's done so well. I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you all the garden. I hope everyone's enjoying the lovely weather. I'll see you on the next one.